Hermosa Music Fest presented by Hermosa One and Sky One. You are live from Hermosa Music Company, and we're excited to have an incredible amount. I'm your host, Kevin Souza, and I am masked up and socially distanced so that we can present to you some of the best musicians, artists, and merchants in Hermosa Beach. We're excited to have you here with us on this Memorial Day. And we are going to start out today. We are very lucky to have the Honorable Mayor, Dr. Mayor Mary Campbell. And thank you, Mary, for joining us today to kick this thing off. We're really excited to have you here, but especially on this Memorial Day weekend, you know?
Yeah. Oh, first of all, I want to say this is incredibly impressive setup, you guys, gals. Beautiful. And we're all like, it's dark, there are lights, it's incredibly professional. We are, I hope people can see our distance. You are dialed in from start to finish. So I appreciate all that. And I just want to say, first and foremost, happy Memorial Day weekend to all of Hermosa Beach and beyond, throughout the South Bay and whoever else might be watching. One for the history books.
Yes, it sure is. We're so happy to have you here today. Today's festival is all about celebrating all the things Hermosa. Hermosa One is a not-for-profit that recently started. It's one of the really good things that have come out of COVID-19. There has been some excellent connections that have been made. And I was just wondering, like, how is the city doing right now in their response and what's happening right now as far as getting things back open, both healthy and safe, so that we can get the economy kind of back going? And how are things going with Hermosa right now?
Well, it's never a dull moment in the pandemic, number one. Interesting time to be mayor, and this state in particular did such an outstanding job flattening the curve and beginning to reduce numbers. And so we're really fortunate because, as everybody knows, we have a very large population, not only throughout the state, but particularly in LA County. So now that we have turned a little bit of a corner, literally all the attention is going to how do we come back online on every level of society. And there are so many different levels.
Yeah.
And what's most challenging, frankly, is to keep the information clear and accurate across all the stakeholders, whether they be business owners, residents, governing agencies of all sorts. So, but literally, it's a daily 24/7 analysis, recalibration. Right now, we're in the business of really pushing against, in the safest way possible, the conversations about how, when, and which ones can we bring online gradually and safely, because the thing we cannot do is to waste the progress that we have waged against this virus, which is not changed at all.
Right.
It's out there. We can have a resurgence. There's definitely risks as we reopen, but we have to reopen. It's time to re-engage and figure out how we do this, like we're doing it today.
Yeah. So, and how are the policies going? I know that there, like a lot of the merchants here, Spider Surfwear and Greenbelt, some of the restaurants, Wicked, and all these merchants that are really struggling, especially against some of the bigger, you know, Amazon, the behemoth that's out there. How can we get them? What roles and what things are going to be put in, measures are going to be put in place to ensure that the citizens can be safe and the employees can be safe, and we can still kind of get open up for business?
Well, exactly. Everything you said. And one of the things that's hot this week is getting more of retail online, because we already have guidelines and protocols that have been in place for essential businesses, some of which include some retail during the predominance of the more quarantine lockdown phase. And so those are guidelines. If we can ensure that more of our small businesses are prepared to open and maintain all of those guidelines, I think everybody's interested in making sure they can get online as quick as possible. When it pertains to restaurants and indoor dining, outdoor dining, I'm actually really excited about that conversation. It's going to take a little bit longer to figure out all the details. But if you've paid any attention to the news, there is an awful lot of innovative thinking going on about how we can leverage especially in a place like Hermosa Beach, the vast, wonderful outdoor environments that we have to create spaces where we can safely put people at a distance, but allow them to come together and patronize our restaurants and businesses it's slow but sure, but it's going as fast as it possibly can.
Yeah, I've been reading in some other cities, they've actually opened up spaces, and we have a wonderful space down on the plaza. I mean, would that be even an option that would put tents down there and have local establishments provide food out there so that everybody's socially distanced outside and in the weather and not so enclosed?
Well, I can say personally, as one council member and the current mayor, is all good ideas are in the conversation. We are literally being, not only flooded with incoming ideas, we are accessing all the ideas that are surfacing quickly. And it will be interesting to see what version of that we can pull off safely in Hermosa Beach. We're still a very crowded community, but we do have open spaces to work with. We still have an environment that enjoys slightly less, at least car traffic, because people aren't driving around as much. But as we open up and people start, we're a destination, let's face it. So people are going to come here, and we have to be prepared for that flow. And this weekend is, of course, like a really big test.
Yeah.
Because we'll see by the end of the weekend how everything goes and if we're doing a good job there.
Right. So speaking of open spaces, the beach has finally opened up a couple Wednesdays ago. How do you feel that that's going? And also, we got the Strand open yesterday. The city council okayed the Strand being open at 6 a.m. yesterday morning. I was out riding my bike around the other day. It looked like people were being pretty socially conscious. There wasn't a ton of mask wearing, but there was definitely an effort. How do you think it's going right now with the beaches being open and the Strand open this weekend?
Well, I'm anxious to check it out today. I think it depends on the time of the day that you go out. And I know everybody has an opinion. I will echo that I don't feel like I'm seeing nearly enough facial covering behavior, especially because if you go anywhere near the downtown or on the Strand or parts of the beach, even if you're extremely well-intentioned about keeping social distance, there are just places where it's impossible to maintain that.
Right.
So everybody should have a mask on hand, and if they're approaching crowded areas, they should keep it on at all times. You've looked at those statistics about how much you can help reduce any unintended spread. But what I'd say is after the bioluminescent waves that really was quite devastating for the coastlines, we were still in more of a formal quarantine, safer at home, please stay at home, phase. Those were just too enticing, and it was odd because it was at the nighttime. So, but all the barricades just kind of got stormed up and down all of the coastlines where you could see those waves. So I think we've had like these interesting boomerangs. I hope last weekend, the first weekend the beaches were open, it felt definitely a little not pretty and crazy at times. Earlier mornings, odd hours are best if you're trying to avoid yourself, being amongst the throngs. But I think and I hope it's just like when we had to close down all the coastlines in the beginning, that it took a week or two for people to kind of adapt and begin to conform and cooperate together. And then they did a pretty good job of that, actually. So now we have to do the same thing as we're coming online, learn how to do that awkward dance in public.
Right. So speaking of adapting and conforming, I know that because of all the lost revenue from restaurants and bars and hotels, we're going to be in a little bit of a deficit as we come out of this for city services. What do you think we can do as a city to kind of create revenue and make sure that we're not too far short as we come into the next fiscal year?
Well, I'll start by saying we're just entering that conversation. We literally just dipped our toe in the water. And in fact, I just received my budget binder at my front door. Says, happy reading, Mayor Campbell. It's going to be pretty sobering. No doubt about that. I don't know what the solutions are. I'm really interested in how much we can open up our minds and really get creative, because this is going to take a while to come back online. So first and foremost, we want to make sure that we can safely reopen our economy as best we can. And I know that in conversations that I have with businesses, we don't just want to eke it out. We want to overshoot, not the virus. We want to overshoot the success that we might be able to imagine. And that will depend on how creative we can be and how much we can create safe spaces that people want to come to,
Right.
and spend the day and spend their money and all of that good stuff.
Right. I think, as we've talked actually in the past about how this is actually a rich opportunity for a lot of people to adapt and evolve, both in government and in business, to create some place to come. I know with our studio, we've been very lucky to start streaming things, and as you see, there's 6 feet marked on the floor, and we're trying to we're being as socially distant as we can with masks. All the studio members, everywhere. We've got a Torian here running the stream. She's masked, and Billy's doing lights, and he's masked, and there's only 4 of us in this room coming to you right now. Russ is in Cincinnati, controlling everything. Hey, Russ. And then we had Jesse Accamato, who was just incredible putting this together. Nick Solzinger is also a part of Hermosa One and the business liaison. So businesses, what do you have? What's the optimism for the businesses that, as we cruise through this and come into this? What do you think we can tell them?
All right, I first want to say Hermosa One and every single person who has donated, supported, or been on the front lines bringing this vision of our community together on all fronts, economically, supporting artists out of work at the moment.
Yeah.
You guys rock so hard, it's not even funny. I just really want to give the hugest shout out. I know just a tiny bit of how much has gone into this.
Yeah.
The hope for the future is that, I'd like to think there would be some surprising gifts out of this really, bizarre pause that we were all put on together to put the pieces back in our local economy in a way that allows us to, try a few things that might have taken months or years to approach trying, and to get creative and see what works and what doesn't, to help, the businesses think through other ways that they can raise revenue. Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot of that going on, but then there's the scaling of that across, so that, that the water level can kind of continue to fill in for all the ways that will become the new normal of a local economy thriving. And it may in the end likely in the end will look a little bit different, if as successful or more successful, depending on how well we work together and kind of open up the doors and windows and just let some fresh thinking in.
That's awesome. And that's what we're here for today. We're here to talk about what the opportunities are and what the positive aspects of our community, the artists, the merchants, and the musicians that we so dearly love, supporting them. And we had the beer garden this whole week that was put together with an incredible amount of wonderful performers that did happy hours for everybody, where local breweries had beers dropped off. Hermosa Brewery, Barley, just to name a couple. We're so grateful that you took the time out of your busy weekend. I know you've been working through this whole COVID response, right?
Never a dull moment, and every day is unpredictable, but this is a real bright spot in some of the more sticky and truly challenging moments that all of us who are in love, part of the infrastructure that tries to make the best decisions possible, and no decision is perfect. But this is such a bright spot. This is a wonderful community coming together. If anyone can thrive through this and beyond, it's going to be the city of Hermosa Beach. So
well said. Thank you so much for taking your day out today. Really appreciate it. Thank you for coming here. We've got incredibly wonderful guests coming up. We've got wonderful bands. Jim Lindberg is going to had a pre-recorded thing from his home studio. Jeremy Buck is going to be performing live. Joker's Hand is going to be pre-recorded. Z11 and Triple Bueno did a pre-recording this week. We had to keep it socially distanced, so we're not streaming everything all at once. But we do have some live acts. Jack Tracy will be here with his ukulele, and Kara and Tommy, and Hermosa's own Nick Shattuck, who actually works for the city. And it was really wonderful because all these performers were asking, are we going to be safe? Are we going to be conscious about it? And we really want to set a good example for how we can do these things in this new age and do a mixture of live and pre-recorded. But I really want to thank Sky One, who stepped up, and Shannon Duran, who stepped up and enabled us and helped us produce this thing and pay for it. So we're sponsored by Sky One. Russ, we're going to roll it out to Sky One. Mayor Mary, thank you so much for being here.
Have a great weekend. I am smiling ear to ear under this mask.
So am I. Okay, Russ, off to you. And Sky One, take it away.
The only thing we need is more love, more love, more love. The only thing we need is more love, more love, more love. The only thing we need is
Hi, I'm Lori.
And I'm Will, and we are Gumtree in downtown Hermosa Beach. Hey Hermosa Beach, it's Gumtree Cafe here. As you all know, we've been closed since mid-March, but next week we're going to reopen, have our great staff back, and we can't wait to see you all again. Thank you so much for being patient.
Hey guys, we are so appreciative of all the online orders you've been sending to our shop at www.gumtreela.com. We're still open online, but we can't wait to get open in person to see you guys and help you find the perfect gift and really just to see your faces. We love you, Hermosa Beach. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
And we're back. So thank you all so much for watching. I think you know some of those merchants, Lori and Will Ford from Gumtree. I know Lori's been driving around delivering things on her own. You guys can call up and go to their website and look at an incredible amount of awesome merchandise that they have over at Gumtree. Radici, I've actually eaten out with my wife a couple times where we've done the pickup there. That Italian food is off the charts. And then Soul Baby. I mean, what can you say? Some of the best toddler, infant, and young adult clothing out there. We are so happy and we are so grateful to Sky One. My mask is just having a fit here right now. And it's getting used to this new normal is just something else. But we're so excited to have you guys watching. Right now, we've got an incredibly awesome band from Torrance, California. They just released their latest EP. Steve Ornst produced it at Total Access Recording right here in Redondo Beach. And their latest single, Gold Rush, is actually in the top 5 in KROQ's local performances, whatever they're doing up there at K-Rock. So we're going to turn it over to Joker's Hand. Russ, why don't we wheel away? Enjoy this incredible performance of Joker's Hand. It was pre-recorded this Wednesday.
You say that I am not a fighting man. I say that you are not a winning man. You say that you would beat me half to death. I say I'd like to see you try your best. Na 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 na. You want to try to gain the upper hand. I want for you and them to understand. Your games will never get inside my head. I'll go to sleep when I am dead. Na 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 na. your shit and hide away. Now be dancing on your grave. You say that you've had enough of me. I say I'm everything you wanna be. You want to open your mouth and have a say. I want to put you down into your grave. Yes, you rain on your parade. You and I are night and day. Go talk your shit and hide away. I'll be dancing on your grave. In the end, you're nothing but a peasant on the street, begging on your hands and knees. Do you believe the man at your feet will take care of all of your needs? Oh, baby, can't you say you got me a begging and moaning upon my knees? Can't you see I'm bleeding? I need surgery to get rid of all of the shit that you've done. Hey! Now she's walking the street, doesn't care who she meets if he's willing. Take her back to his place, slam the door in his face. I'm a villain. Said she doesn't know, but maybe it's a show. So call me a liar, a dirty to fire. How long can this wait? Can't you see? Bleeding, I need
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're so grateful for this opportunity here. You know, we're living in very strange times right now, but we're going to get through this together. We were supposed to be on tour when the week that the country shut down, and we haven't really played since then, so this is a very awesome opportunity for us here. Really quickly, wanted to thank a few sponsors. Sky One Federal Credit Union, Hermosa Beach Music Company, Creative Fish, Shockbox, Hermosa One, and Tim and Joe at Mike Bell Sound. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this event. We're Joker's Hand. Those last two songs were from an EP that we debuted in March, and this next one is called If It Takes Forever.
Just a friend. The less I know, the better off I'll be. I'm hoping one day that you'll come to me. Carolina, when you look my way, I start to panic, but it makes my day. I keep on dreaming that we'll be roses underneath the stairs, her favorite color red. She brought them in completely unaware, thought it was him instead. I'll never change the way she looks at me, guess this is always how it's gonna be. Carolina, when you look my way, I start to panic, but it makes my day. I keep on dreaming that we'll be together. I'll wait for you if it takes forever.
This next one's for all the politicians.
Can't respect the vision, now they really did it. Hide behind the system. Never would have fit it, don't you ever get it, don't you ever listen. Television screen images, obscene messages that read. You'll no longer be in the country
in the city. Don't you envision a man at the top having some kind of pity? You get what's around you, those that's around you, if it ain't pretty. If luck is around you, then he's a value, baby, we'll hit it. Everybody, count the money, make it funny, to inflate the profit, keep them from looking away, militarizing the red and blue. You let this all go to waste. They gave you the matches like the blues. Keep them from looking away. Militarizing the red and blue. You let this all go to waste. They gave you the matches like the blues. Everyone's a danger, tweet about anger, bomb inside a hangar. I'ma let it linger, here's a middle finger, show you where to stick it. Can't subpoena me, I'm the one who leads, I'm the country. Let the people see those behind the scenes, they belong to me. One room of people maintaining the steeple to threaten the people. Making medieval surprisingly legal, so deadly and legal. Money for power, who can you allow a trial by jury? What is it sour, that with the coward, fire and fury? Everybody, count the money, make it money, to replace the profit, keep them from looking away, militarizing the red and blue. You let this all go to waste. They gave you the matches like the blues. Keep them from looking away. Militarizing the red and blue. You let this all go to waste. They gave you the matches like the blues. Keep them from looking away. Militarizing the red and blue. You let this all go to waste. They gave you the matches like the blues.
Here's another one off of our debut EP. This one's called Teenage Ivory.
She comes along. She tries so hard to brush him off. He wants her now. He don't care how. He just wants in her bed. chance. She forced his hand, he never stood a chance. Here he comes along, he tries so hard to get her off. Drink too much and the fun is over. Sleep around cause you're never sober. Phones will swipe into the text. Always got the information. Lost to love your inhibition. Left to do the deed another day.
Thank you again to everybody who's tuning in. This next song is called DUI.
Bought a breathalyzer, blew a .25. Started feeling hungry, went for a drive. The lights behind me scream red and blue. Time to deliver. What you gonna do? Fighting cage is no place for a man. Freeway burning gas ain't got a plan. As far as I can see, it's open land. Gripping at the wheel in my head. That DUI. That DUI. Start pulling over, hands in and two. Coming up behind me, them boys in blue. Said you've been drinking, maybe just a sip. Step out the vehicle, oh God, this is it. Fighting cage is no place for a man. Desert highway is my final stand. Authority will more than slap my hand. Tank of gasoline, I've got a twice before, now they're not. All I know is I can barely say the shit is in the fan. That's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I am.
We're going to play a cover for you guys now.
Well, looky here, yeah, what do we have? Another pretty thing ready for me to grab. But little does she know that I'm a wolf and she's golden, 'cause at the end of the night, it's her I'll be holding. I love you so, that's what you'll say. But tell me, baby, please don't go away. But when I play, I never say to every girl that I meet, yeah, this is what I say. Run, run, run away, baby. Before I put my spell on you. Better get away, darling. Everything you heard is true. Your broken heart will end up alone. 'Cause Lord knows that I'm a loving soul. So you better run away, baby. Think, let me think, oh, what should I do? So many eager young bunnies that I'd like to pursue. Even though they're eating out the palm of my hand, there's only one carrot and they all gotta share it. I love you so, that's what you'll say. Don't tell me, baby, please don't go away. But when I play, I never say to every girl that I meet, yeah, this is what I say. Run away, baby. Before I put my spell on you. You better get away, darling. Everything you had is true. But your heart will let nothing go. 'Cause Lord knows I'm a rolling stone. So you better run away, baby. See, I don't wanna hurt you, baby. No, said I just wanna work you, baby. Yeah, said I don't wanna hurt you, baby. No, said I just wanna work you, baby. If you're scared, you better run. You better run. You better run. You better run away, baby. Before I put my spell on you. You better get away, darling. Everything you had is true. Your broken heart will let up alone. These Lord knows that I'm a rolling stone. So you better run away, baby.
So that last song was by the legendary Bruno Mars. Before we play this next one, really quickly, we want to thank K-Rock and Kat Corbett for hosting this next song on their Locals Only program. And we wanted to thank everybody who's been supporting us, who helped keep that song in the top 5 for the last 9 weeks. This next song is called Gold Rush.
Haven't got a dime to spend. A broken heart and this has come to end. Fortune lies somewhere ahead. And moving on, we left behind our dead. The February wind was cold. The freezing water swelling with rocks and gold. Don't go by what's said and done. Hold the knife and grab my gun. Rags to riches, how they run. Crucified for what I've done. Honest work, no honest pay. A fear of God has come to stay. Patience hanging by a thread. As hunger eats away inside my head. Now it glistens in the sun. Kill 'em off just for the fun. Rags to riches, how they run. Crucified for what I've done. Honest work, no honest pay. Fear of God has come to stay. Run, 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 run. Better luck next time. Say it. Still I'm wanting more. Am I demented or disturbed? A child left and burned. A liar and a whore. I'm not good enough to stay in a town of runaways. Rags to riches, how they run. Crucified for what I've done. Honest work, no honest pay. A fear of God has got to stay. Run, 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 run. Better luck next time. Run, 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 run. Better luck next time. Say it.
Thank you guys once again for tuning in. This is going to be our last song. You can find us on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. We are Joker's Hand once again. Thank you guys again. And the song's called 6 Feet Under.
Waves are crashing and the sun begins to set. Your lips are so defined, they're warm from all that kiss. Walk alone into the rain. In my heart you cause me nothing but pain. I will see you in all the light. You should come and burning up a fight. Beyond these walls there's not another soul around. Staying up all night, they'll never hear a sound. 6 feet under, now I'm sound asleep. 6 feet under, now I'm sound asleep. The smell of bourbon from our local liquor store. I would say this is my verse, but there have been many more. Her skin was fair, her hair was vain. Whoa, lipstick writing always driving me insane. I will see you in a room with all the lights. Deliberation comes with putting up a fight. Beyond these walls, there's not another soul around. Staying up all night, they'll never hear a sound. I must go, but I would really like to say, wishing I could see them discovering my brain. I will see you in a room with all the lights. Deliberation comes with putting up a fight. Beyond these walls, there's not another soul around. Staying up all night, they'll never hear a sound. 6 feet under, now I'm sound asleep. 6 feet under, now I'm sound asleep. 6 feet under, now I'm sound asleep. 6 feet under, now I'm sound asleep.
Thank you again. We've been Joker's Hand.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Thank you guys for watching. Welcome to Hermosa One SpringFest 2020, the first time we've ever done this together, and it's pretty amazing. My name is Jeremy Buck, and I'm actually coming at you live from the Chateau Motel right here in Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, Los Angeles County. And it's great to be here today. It's awesome to co-host this event with my friend Kevin Souza at Hermosa Music Company. Give it up one more time for Joker's Hand. Those guys are incredible. They did a great job. Awesome setup they got at Hermosa Music Company. And with the help of Studio 637 and Bill McCoy on the lights, it's just what a great treat. Steve Aguilar on the sound. Just really an awesome team of people coming together. So I want to give a shout out also to Russ Gilbert, who's manning the controls right now. He's the broadcast coordinator. He's the genius that figured out how we can all go live at the same place at one time. So thank you, Russ. Also want to give a shout out to Jessica Acamando from Creative Fish Studio. She's an awesome volunteer. She organized this whole thing with boots on the ground and getting a lot of you guys to kind of contribute to this special event. So this is a great event that we've got going here, kind of in place of the fiesta that we used to go party at all the time on Memorial Weekend. And so this is a moment where we can kind of bring everybody together, the music, the arts. We got Shockbots, so many great artists in the South Bay that put on some great things. Mike Collins, awesome work over there, brother. And so we come together as a community right now because obviously we're taking this pretty hard right now. This is tough. I'm a people person. I like to be out in public, and right now I'm in my garage, and we're trying to connect. So this is an opportunity that Hermosa One, Hermosa1.com is a nonprofit organization and a website that's trying to be the one place to get information about restaurants and local businesses that are open right now and how we can support them, as well as local musicians and artists as well. So it's kind of the place to go if you want to find out when people are streaming live or what you guys can have for dinner tonight that's safe. So and we partner up really cool with some local breweries, and we did kind of a test run this whole past week called the Virtual Beer Garden, and it was very successful. And we went live for a couple hours every night this past week, and we featured a local brewery along with a local musician as well as a local charity, and they all kind of came together to raise money and kind of like pick your spirits up through the week. So if you guys want to watch the recap of those videos, you can go to the Hermosa One YouTube page and check out their channel, and you can see all these. So we had on Monday, we featured Absolution Brewing Company, great brewery here in the South Bay, and we had my brother from another mother, Mr. Christopher Hanna, providing the musical entertainment. And it was also benefiting the nonprofit Sandpipers, very cool organization. So you can check more about that on the Hermosa One YouTube channel. And then Tuesday we had King Harbor Brewing, actually, very, very cool brewery. I want to say brewery, but King Harbor Brewing, they were the featured selection there. And then we had music by Bill Higgins, awesome guy, great musician. It benefited the Hermosa Beach Historical Society. Great organization. And then Wednesday we had Shoal Brewery, and it featured the music of Evan Brown, and it benefited the Hermosa Beach Sister City Association. And Thursday we had Hermosa Brewing Company, which featured Barkley Roach. A lot of you guys know him from the South Bay Live, so South Bay Jam. That has actually taken a big hit. They used to do every Thursday at the Standing Room, and unfortunately, we all know what's happening to live music. So this is the way we can do it for you right now, is virtually. So we hope you guys enjoy that. And it benefited the Hermosa Beach Rotary. And then Friday night, we had Project Barley. Yes, the local brewery from the guys from Barley, great guys. And it featured the music of Adam Lawson, great guy too. He was part of Rockford Tots. And very, very cool. We had Leadership Hermosa. That's who that represented. So very, very cool thing we're doing right now. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let us know in the comments what you like. If we want to do this again, maybe not too far down the road. It's a lot of work, but this is for you guys and for us to try to feel connected here. So thank you guys for tuning in. I do want to say real quick, we're going to go to another cool segment that's going to kind of highlight the Hermosa Beach Education Foundation, a really cool organization here in Hermosa Beach that volunteers and they collect money and they donate it to the Hermosa Beach schools, and they collect like over $1 million a year. It's insane, and they help to put in like libraries and also the arts. Like the arts is a dying breed. I know I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I didn't have art in school. So it's a very important thing. I think that especially in times of need like this, we have to keep the arts going because that's the only thing that keeps us sane, keeps us connected, and hopefully keeps us morally grounded. So anyway, I'd like to turn this over. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Jeremy Buck. We're going to be rolling all day. A lot of great music coming up for you, and this special highlight featurette on Hermosa Beach Education Foundation. Peace.
Hi, I'm Carol Kluth, President of the Hermosa Beach Education Foundation. I'm happy to tell you that HBEF for the last 28 years has been raising the critical funds needed to help support an award-winning school district. What you might not realize is that your local tax dollars do not go back to your local school districts in California. They go up to the state level and are redistributed based on a formula that covers several different criteria. This formula has left Hermosa Beach as the lowest K-8 funded in LA County and the 5th lowest in the entire state of California. This is where HBEF comes in. We help bridge the gap between what the state provides and what our schools need to provide a quality education to our students. HBEF funds 8 to 10% of Hermosa District's annual budget every year. Last year we raised $1.2 million to fund programs not covered by the state. Programs that include STEM classes, music instruction, middle school electives like art and tech, and social emotional wellness programs, to name a few. State budget cuts are still coming this year. With that, the need will be greater than ever for us to figure out ways to best support our kids, families, and our schools. This is where our community support is vital to help contribute to our schools that in turn actually support the health and well-being and economy of our local district. HBF is so happy to drive programs and initiatives that support our students and by extension our community and its local economy. And all of that is possible with the incredible support of our sponsors, our donors, parents, our volunteers, our incredible Hermosa educators and staff. And together, all of that makes great things happen in Hermosa. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for supporting our educators, our schools, and ensuring that Hermosa kids and the community thrive.
And how about that Ed Foundation? They do such an incredible job keeping those schools up and running in Hermosa Beach. Hearts of Hermosa, I don't believe it's going to be happening this year, so go to their website, check it out, make sure you donate. We got to keep these kids educated. Those wonderful teachers in Hermosa Beach right now are really doing their best as everybody transitions to an online platform and virtual learning. So we're really grateful for the Hermosa Beach Ed Foundation. I'm really grateful for our crew here today that's working. Tori from Studio 637 running the stream. We got Billy on the lights back there. Z11, who's actually going to be featured with Triple Bueno, is coming out later. Steve Shag Aguilar, who plays keyboards for everybody in this town. And Joe's back there helping out with sound, who worked at St. Rock. We're trying to keep all these people employed. So the more you watch, the more that we are able to put on. And we want to thank Sky One for being an incredible sponsor and helping us put this on. And also Hermosa One. What an incredible job. Jeremy, great to be co-hosting with you. You did such an awesome job hitting all those points. And he's my partner in many different things. We've done the Rock for Tots thing that we do every year. And we're going to be coming back this year better than ever, no matter what happens. What I'd like to talk about right now is what's happening down here in the light industrial district in Hermosa Beach. And the man that kind of started it all, after we defeated an oil company, we saw some opportunity down here where there was it was an industry that has been incredible with surfboard manufacturers, with Mangeli and Becker surfboards. And so what Mike Collins has done is he started a little art gallery next door called Shockbox, and all the art in this room is created by hand, but he's featured some incredible art. Mike, why don't you come on out? I'd like to talk to you real quick, if you would, please, and tell us how you've done it. What are you doing? You're gonna play guitar? No, you're not playing guitar. Seriously?
I would, but you don't have a strap.
Okay, get close to the mic, Mike. Get close to the mic.
What's going on, Kevin?
Not much. You just throw it down on the ground there. Or you can leave it in your hand if you want.
No,
You got to get right up on that mic, dude. Your mask is, there you go. And then, so why don't you tell us a little bit about Shockbox, like how it started and what's going on right now?
I heard the intro. It definitely started with an opportunity. There was a space that came available, and Laura Schuler and I took advantage of that opportunity. And at first we thought we were creating what would just be an art studio for the two of us, but as it unfolded, it just made itself really clear that it was going to better serve the community. And when I say community, not just Hermosa Beach and Hermosa Beach artists, but really Los Angeles and now the art world has a great space. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and you've done some incredible shows here. Why don't you talk about some of the artists? And we're actually featuring through the course of the day. Emerald Padgett's going to be the first artist that's up. And Patty actually bought one of her works, and she's what a wonderful, wonderfully skilled artist. Why don't you talk about some of the artists that you featured down at Shockbox?
So, just in general, what you want me to get close to?
You got to get close to the mic.
Basketball, I know too.
You know, you can take it off because we're 6 feet apart if you want. There you go.
All right. Yeah. So Shockbox, we had some artists that showed up for us early on, and
Closer.
This is live too, right?
Yeah, this is live.
Making for great.
We just want you to. We want to hear it.
We have a group of about a dozen artists that we call the program. Emerald Padgett is one of them. I know she's going to be featured on this. And Sarah Svetlana, her sister Irina Vladi, who makes these cool masks. Several others, Preston Smith, Scott Meskel. I don't want to just name drop. I'd really rather tell you what they've done. When Shockbox opened, these particular artists stepped up and said, "We believe in what you're doing." and they've taken some creative risks with us, some financial risks with us, and they're just all in on making this thing happen. And what makes me proud about it is that we're not just celebrating, like you said, this cool light industrial area with the surfboard shapers and the other makers, cabinet makers, Buddhist monks, things like that.
637
Right.
studios.
But what we have is we have the rest of Los Angeles, and then, like I said, even a larger audience than that, that's now paying attention to Hermosa Beach, paying attention to Shockbox, paying attention to what we're doing down here. And it's becoming a platform that's starting to launch some artists into bigger arenas. So I'm proud of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's what we're kind of here for today. We want to, this is just because COVID kind of gave us this opportunity to start putting this stuff out to the world and streaming. You guys, you've been doing that on an organic basis for sure. I know some of the work's featured on Artsy, where you're able to sell some of these artists and kind of get them out there as well, right?
Right, yeah. So Artsy is an international platform. So a lot of the work that we sell on there is going to New York or Florida, New Jersey, the Midwest. So we are having a conversation with a larger audience. But back to, like, I want to give you some credit because this entire community, people like Kevin, people like the guys in the sound booth back here, Studio 637, since we've all known each other, there's been several opportunities to either rock back on our heels and get afraid of something or step up and do something different. So I know you guys put on a live broadcast right away when we went into lockdown, and we've been doing some things. I know Studio 637 is working really hard with that. I know Zeal is performing concerts on people's porches, and I just really love being a part of a group of people that step up time and time again. And it's something that the community is never going to forget. So you guys, big kudos to everybody involved in this.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank your leadership in kind of getting this thing going down here and taking a chance in a neighborhood that was not looking so great. And now it's been awesome to clean it up and get people to work and spreading Hermosa art and music and just the culture and the vibe out to the entire world. So with that, you got anything to say about Emerald? Her piece is coming up right now, so we'll kick it over to
her
Russ.
piece is really good. She edited it herself, I think, and then Russ dropped it in. But what I would like to say about Emerald is she's a shining example of what we do at Shockbox. She was in one of our very first group shows. Yeah. I don't know if it was her very first art show or not. I think it might be. And she's just continued to grow and grow. She did a solo show here, and I know that she's working on some things for another solo show. It'll probably happen sometime around the end of the year.
Awesome. Michael, thanks for joining us today, and good luck with everything. And stoked to keep working with you. And then on the other side of this, we've got a couple bumpers to do and some more businesses that are coming up. And then we have Kara and Tommy that are going to do an incredible live performance here, socially distant and very conscious. So with that, let's get over to Emerald Padgett and Shockbox, one of the featured Shockbox artists.
So I'm back to home base, and in the back here, in the back studio, is Emerald Padgett, who's one of our program artists, and I'm going to walk back there and interview her now. So I'm sitting here with Shockbox program artist Emerald Padgett, who has had a solo show here and been a part of probably almost every group show that we've had since the beginning. So original gangster at Shockbox. So I want to talk about a few things. One is what you're working on now, but before that, I want to talk about these two pieces, which I think are some of my favorite of what you've done.
Thank you. They're some of my favorite too. These, of course, this is my interpretation of the iconic Sharkies on Fire. Right. This was taken directly from the Beach Reporter, their photo, and I just absolutely love it. I wanted it in my house. I wanted it to exist, and I think that's kind of just the theme with my art. Is it's all stuff that I just want to exist. So this is kind of how it was born.
Right, so Emerald's solo show and a lot of the work that you do captures like iconic Hermosa Beach locations or events. So I know you've painted like the Key Shop, of which I can't think of the name, and Rosa's.
Yeah, PCH Lock and Key.
Right. Might be a good idea to go around and paint some of those locations now that we're going through.
No, that's kind of what I've been segueing into a little bit, and I've with this quarantine, I've just been observing a lot how it's changed everyday life and also how it's changed kind of like LA in a sense. And some paintings that I've been working on personally are the street vendors.
Right.
Because, they're still out there. Most people lost their jobs, but they're still out there in their masks, and I find it a little bit ironic. And it just aggressively LA. Like, what a good symbol of what we're all going through right now.
Right, you've got a great eye for just, I feel like, for capturing moments. It's like you paint as if it's a snapshot, right? You're a historian in Hermosa Beach, and you're telling a history of things that happened even before you were born. I'm curious, though, I just thought of this. Do you feel like we're all living your life now? Because I know you have an autoimmune disorder.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I didn't until right now.
But honestly, yeah. No, but because I've been telling my friends, like, I've been prepping for this my whole life, because I was on bed rest too. So, like, I am totally good with, like, being out.
Right.
Like, only 2 months of being at home and in bed is, like, nothing to me.
Right.
But yeah, that's a good point.
Right. Another one of our artists, Kim Swank, I don't know if you've spoken with her recently, but she works in the film industry, and she's also working on a solo show for here. And the film industry ground to a halt. And Kim loves it. Because she had enough money in the bank. They roll over to unemployment. It's kind of typical in that industry, right? And it has just given her all this time to work on her solo show.
No, I kind of agree with that, because when this first started, it was really hard for me, because honestly it did remind me of being sick, and I got kind of stuck in those ways, because after going through all that stuff, I was the complete opposite, and I always wanted to be at the house. I wanted 2 jobs. I wanted to go to school. I did not want to spend a prolonged time in the house.
Right.
And being forced into this, it was a really, really heavy learning curve. And then I started realizing, I was like, wait, no, you're not sick. Your body works again.
Right.
And you could just use this time productively.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's when we met, was just about the time you were let out of the house, right?
Yeah.
Because I know it was like increasingly difficult to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Because you had 9 jobs and were back in school and kind of finished.
Yeah, even then I really didn't feel well, but I'm stubborn.
Right. So you're working on the street vendors, and then I know you have another series of paintings that everybody's flipping out about, but I can't wait to have a stack of about the Blue Girl.
The Blue Girls, yeah.
Right.
That was just me wanting to get better at portraits, and also just really wanting to dive in really hard and find my style a lot more. Because I know what I like to paint, it's ladies and buildings, and I just want to get very good at them, I guess.
I feel like everything that you do, you're good at. Like, that's a really great building. That's obviously a fire.
Thank you.
If I painted a building on fire, it wouldn't look like that. And I know that this is a self-portrait, and it was your first self-portrait.
Yeah.
And then, so if I look at the Blue Girls, I can tell that Emerald Paget painted them. But it always, like, there's always this lowbrow, pop surrealistic kind of nod to people like Mab Graves or Mark Ryden. That sometimes I think it just comes natural to you, and you're not doing that on purpose. Are you doing that on purpose?
I don't think so. I think it's just kind of how my brain works with that stuff. I tried when I was younger to do realism, but I didn't really get the point. Like, it felt like I was just torturing myself just to torture myself. And I think painting like this, it's so much more expressive. And I think that's more the purpose of art, at least I see. And I get a lot more control out of it too.
Right.
Or what I get to portray.
I don't want to jinx what we're doing right now, but I think we might be doing a one take right here. Like, I don't think that you're going to need to edit this conversation, so try not to blow it. I have a question for you, and then I think we might be finished.
Yeah.
So what we're doing with SpringFest is this combination. Obviously, it's going to be online. Everybody has to be at least 6 feet apart, like we are. It's not a replacement for Fiesta Hermosa, but it could be like an ongoing alternative to that. So there's bands playing. I don't know who's going to play on either side of our clip, but there's some really cool local bands playing. There's some really cool local breweries and restaurants and nonprofits involved. So as a lifelong South Bay native, what do you think about that?
I like it. Of course, the Fiesta is like, to me, when summer starts. Like, that is like such a symbol for me. And in the last couple of years, I also got to start showing my work there, and Hermosa Beach itself started getting more involved with the arts, and one way of promoting that was through the Fiesta.
Right.
So luckily last year I got to be a part of that.
Right.
So I love that again, even though it's through social distancing, I get to be a part of the Fiesta.
Right. So
of course that's like a big thing for my childhood.
Totally. And you were down there probably working in the booth with, or sitting in the booth with 2 of the guys that would have been maybe artists that you looked up to as a kid, right? Bob Dog and Daniel Inez.
Yeah.
Both of who are
SK.
making clips for this. So
Okay, awesome.
you're kind of in a booth with them again.
Yeah, no, I love that experience, and I love just being a part of like Hermosa art scene, but through the Fiesta. It was awesome. So I'm glad I get to do it again.
Right on. Anything we need to add?
I don't think so. Stay at home, please. From all your autoimmune friends, please stay at home. Thank you.
Right. Did you see the meme where it said, "Hey introverts, check on your extroverted friends. They're not doing very well."
I agree with that. They're struggling.
Yeah.
All of them are struggling.
Yeah, it's been fun to, not fun, it's been interesting because I'm a psychologist, right? To watch how everybody rolls with this, and there's people that are thriving in kind of the stay at home, and then there's people that are starting to chomp at the bit to get out.
Yeah.
And I had heard from a client, it was really interesting. He said, just because social interactions are really stressful to me and it takes me a long time to recover from them, it doesn't mean that I don't miss them.
Yeah.
Right? And it was kind of a paradigm shift, but
yeah,
we'll be back at it soon. And I know I'm pushing on you to do another solo show here.
I'm going to. I'm starting, so.
Good.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Done.
Hi, my name is Deniz. I'm owner of Lucky 7 Coffee in Hermosa Beach. We are specialty coffee, and we are serving coffee, tea drinks, pastries, and fresh bread loaves. And soon we will start for breakfast and breakfast sandwiches. At the moment, our current hours are 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, takeout only. Or you can visit lucky7coffee.com, order online, and pick up curbside. Please follow us on Instagram and social media. And I'd like to thank the community for their support. Thank you so much.
The only thing we need is more love, more love, more love. The only thing we need is more love, more love, more love. The only thing we need is more love, more love, more love. The only thing we need is more love, more love, more love. The only thing we need is more love.
And we are back live, and just in true live form, we ran the wrong package coming out of that, or it's always the right package, but Emerald Pageant's package will be later. That was actually Scott Meskel from Shockbox, an incredible artist, and you'll see Emerald later on in the show. Right now, we are so excited to have Kara Turner and Tommy Pittman here today, playing live for you guys. So just sit back, relax, watch them, enjoy for the soulful, incredible music of Kara and Tommy. How about it?
We're back.
Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know it's been that way for all my time. Till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know it can't stop my wonder. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. All right. It is a sunny day, isn't it, though? Out here in Southern California, where we want to thank everybody who came together to put this together for all of you and all of us.
Awesome,
What an amazing event you guys are doing. Thanks to everybody behind the scenes,
And we know
everybody
for a fact
supporting.
Russ Gilbert is working his hiney off right now.
Yeah, we had some problems
Thank
there
you,
a minute
Russ.
ago, but we got
love
it
you,
worked
Russ.
out. All right, let's do some Black Crows. She never mentions the word addiction in certain company. Yeah, she'll tell you she's an orphan after you meet her family. She paints her eyes as black as night now. She pulls those shades down tight. Oh yeah, gives a smile when the pain comes. The pain gonna make everything alright. Alright. She talks to angels. They call her out by her name. Yeah, yeah. She talks to angels. They call her out by her name. She keeps a lock of hair in her pocket. She wears a cross around her neck. Yeah, the hair little boy, and the cross is someone she has not met, not yet. Said she talked to angels, says they all know her name. Yeah, she talks to angels, says they call her out by her name. She don't know no lover, none that I've ever seen. Yeah, to her that ain't nothing, but to me, yeah, me, it means everything. She paints her eyes as black as night now. She pulls those shades down tight. Ooh, yeah, there's a smile when the pain comes. Then the pain gonna make everything alright. Alright, yeah. She talks to angels. They call her out by her name. Oh, yeah, yeah. Angels. They call her out by her name. Whoa, 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 angels. They call her out by her name. Yeah, she talks to angels. They call her out. Yeah, yeah, they call her out. Don't you know that they call her out by her name? All right. All right. We appreciate you guys joining in this live performance with us today and so many other amazing things they have going on for this event. SpringFest. Thank you, Hermosa One. Thank you, Sky One. Thank you, Studio Hermosa. Hermosa Studios.
Miss Girl, what's next, Miss Girl? Hi, everybody. Hi.
That's Tommy Pittum.
That's Kara Turnip.
How about you sing a song for us, Tommy?
What have I got? Crazy. Ooh, okay,
And
cool.
it's not the Patsy Cline version.
No, it's not Patsy Cline. This is a Seal song. Anybody who knows me, I like to kind of do weird versions of songs, so this one's weird.
You make them your own, and it's always beautiful.
Oh, it's cool. Thank you. So yeah, this is an appropriate song for the times we're in right now. Man decides after 70 years what he goes there for. Still unlock the door. Those around him criticize and sleep. There is sleep, yeah. No fracture in that breaking wall. I see you, my friend. Touch your place again. Miracles will happen. I'll be true. I'll be true. Though we're never gonna survive unless we're a little crazy. Though we're never gonna survive unless get a little crazy. All the people running through my head. But I just got a gun, shoot the other one. Well, together they were friends, friends at school. That ain't cool. Fall down when we first took the pill. Then maybe miracles will happen as we speak, as we speak. No, we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. No, we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. Sky full of people, only someone to fly. Isn't that crazy? In a sky full of people, only someone to fly. Isn't that crazy? In a sky full of people, only someone to fly. Isn't that crazy? In a sky full of people, only someone to fly. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. No, we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. No, we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. No, we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy.
All right. Very nice, Tommy.
Woo!
Very nice. I love how you make songs your own, my brother.
Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it.
All right.
Oh, it was the first time doing that. I was a little scared.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I hope you guys are having a good time out there. There's all kinds of breweries and restaurants that are in sponsorship of this, and ways that you can sponsor our community by purchasing some beers to drink while you watch the show and some food to nibble on. All the musicians have some virtual tip jars if you want to contribute to them as well. So thank you for your support, guys.
Right now, Kevin's doing us a solid.
I'll do a slow, purdy tune for you. I waited till I saw the sun. I don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house of fun. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. When I saw the break of day, I wished that I could fly away. Instead of kneeling in the sand, catching teardrops in my hand, my heart is drenched in wine. But you'll be on my mind. fantasy. I would die in ecstasy, but I'll be a bag of bones, driving down that road alone. My heart is drenched in wine, but you'll be on my mind forever. Something has to make you run. I don't know why I didn't come. I feel as empty as a drum. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. Nora Jones.
That's a tough one.
I can hear you guys clapping out there. I can hear you screaming. I can feel it. I can feel it in my soul.
I'm feeling lactic acid from the big chorus.
All right.
Like I said, I think my daughter's watching, and her husband, and maybe even the little grandson might be looking at the screen going, "Hey, who's that, Grandpa?" So hi. Whatever you want.
Also, my family back east, all my friends local, everybody. We appreciate you guys.
Want to do it?
This is an old one, but I think everybody knows this one. I hear the clock at 6 a.m. I feel so far from where I've been. I got my eggs, I got my pancakes too. I got my maple syrup, everything but you. Break the yolks and make a smiley face. I kind of like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots above the mirror, don't leave my keys in the door. I never leave red towels in the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last so long, even after you go. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. I called my mama, she was out for a walk. Consoled a cup of coffee, but it didn't want to talk, so I picked up the paper and it was more bad news. More hearts were being broken and people being used. Put on my coat in the pouring rain. Saw a movie, it just wasn't the same. Well, it was happy and I was sad, and it made me miss you. Oh, so bad, 'cause dreams last so long, even after you go. Well, I know that you love me, and sooner you will see you were meant for me. I was meant for you. Well, I go about my business, I'm doing fine. Deciding what would I say if I had you all my life? Same old story, not much to say. Hearts are broken every day. brush my teeth, I put the cap back on. I know you hate it when I leave the light on, so I pick up a cup and then I turn the sheets down. Then I take a deep breath and a good look around. Put on my PJs and hop into bed. Well, I'm half alive, but I feel mostly dead. Well, I try and tell myself it'll all be alright. I just shouldn't think anymore tonight, 'cause dreams last so long, even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yes, you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Thank you, Tommy.
Kara Turner.
That's an old one, man. Boy,
Love
that song was so popular.
It's still popular.
I don't
to
know
me.
how many years ago, and I just love Jewel and what she's
In my
all
popular
about.
circle of one, it's still popular.
We tried to pick some fun tunes for you guys today. All right, spread the share the feed. Let everybody know about this, so everyone can enjoy all the festivities.
What do we got next? She's the queen of the list over here. So, who stopped the rain? Okay, how's that going again?
It's that one. Long as I remember, the rain's been coming down. Clouds of mist be pouring, confusion on the ground. Good men through the ages, trying to find the sun. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? I went down Virginia, seeking shelter from the storm. Caught up in the fable, I watched the tower go. 5-year plans, a new deal, wrapped in golden chains. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? Heard the singers playing, how we cheered for more. The crowd had rushed together, trying to keep warm. Still the rain kept pouring, falling on my ears. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? All right. Nice. We love live performances.
10 minutes?
All right, so we're going to shorten our set a little bit here. Let's see what we want to do.
3 quick ones, yeah. Yeah, I think we should, let's do
We're going to pick like 3 songs for you guys.
Wiser Time, She's Got Away, and My Way. And you can see it my way. Dun, dun, dun. We can work it out.
Okay. Let's do Wiser Time.
Okay, let's do Wiser Time.
We're going to do this one together.
Thanks, we're working it out, a little abbreviated set.
No time left without change. Rising behind me, no pain. Windswept stars, think and smile. Another song, another mile. You read the lines every time. Ask me about crimes in my mind. Ask me why nothing looks on. Funny, but I bet you never left home. And on a good day, I know it's not every day we can part the sea. And on a bad day, I know it ain't every day. Glory beyond our reach. 14 seconds till sunrise. Tired but wiser for the time. Riding 30 miles away. 3,000 more in 2 days. And on a good day, I know it ain't every day we can part the sea. And on a bad day, I know it ain't every day. Glory beyond our reach. On a good day, it ain't every day we can part the sea.
Yeah. God, I love that song.
We wanted to end it on a good day in that part of that song. No bad days. We all got to keep the faith and believe and stay strong through all this. She's got a way about her. I don't know what it is, but I know that I can't live without her. She's got a way of pleasing. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't have to be a reason anyway. She's got a smile that heals me. I don't know why it is, but I have to laugh when she reveals me. She's got a way of talking. I don't know why it is, but she lifts me up when we are walking anywhere. She comes to me when I'm feeling down, inspires me without a sound. She touches me and I get turned around. and I find the strength to keep on going. She's got a light around her, and everywhere she goes, a million dreams of life surround her everywhere. She comes to me when I'm feeling down, inspires me without a sigh. She touches me and I can turn around. She's got a smile that heals me. I don't know why it is, but I have to laugh when she reveals me. She's got a way about her. I don't know what it is, but I know that I can't live without her anyway.
Kara Turner. Woo! Sounds good.
I love Billy Joel. Thank you, Tommy.
Got
Thanks,
time for one more. It's a
everybody.
quickie. So
We got to do our last song for you real quick. Thanks again for the support to everyone. Thanks for all the supporters that came to put this together. We appreciate you guys. Stay strong, stay safe, and we'll see you.
And just remember, we can work it out.
Yeah, we can. We'll see you as soon as
We're gonna leave you with a good message here.
Try to see it my way. Do I have to keep on talking till I can't go on? While I see it your way, run the risk of knowing that our love may soon be gone. We can't work it out. We can't work it out. Think of what you're saying. You can get it wrong and still I think that it's alright. Think of what I'm saying. We can work it out and get it straight or say goodnight. We can't work it out. We can't work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friends. I have always thought that it's a crime, so I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's a chance that I may fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friends. I have always thought that it's a crime, but I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, only one chance that we may fall apart too long. We can work it out. We can work it out. We can work it out.
Thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you for our time. Oh, we got another song. We got an encore. All right. We can work it
I
out,
didn't
you
break my
guys.
guitar. Sorry about that.
It's tough.
I went all
Ouch.
Pete Townsend.
Ouchie.
I got a little Pete Townsend in me. I'm sorry.
So, once again, I'd just like to mention that all the performers are going to be accepting contributions. If you guys feel like supporting us during this crazy time, we sure appreciate it. So thanks, and thanks for watching. Even if you can't support, it's all good. We love you guys. Looking forward to getting back together when this thing is over.
Because we ain't missing you at all.
This is perfect.
'cause I'm standing here and 2 miles away, and I'm wondering why you left. And there's a storm that's raging through my frozen heart tonight. I hear your name in circles, and it always makes me smile. Spend my time thinking about you. It's almost driving me wild. And there's a heart that's breaking down this long distance road tonight. I ain't missing you at all. Missing you since you've been gone away. I ain't missing you. Missing you. No matter what I might say, there's a message on the way up. And I'm sending you the signal tonight. You don't know how desperate I've become, and it looks like I'm losing this fight. In your world, I have no meaning. Don't try hard to understand. And it's my heart that's breaking down this long distance road tonight. I ain't missing you at all. Missing you since we've been gone away. I ain't missing you. Missing you. No matter what my friends say, I ain't missing you. Missing you. I ain't missing you. I cannot lie to myself. Oh, I can't lie to myself. All right.
All right, everybody. Give it up for Karen and Tommy.
Thank you.
You guys, that was such a great set. Thank you so much for coming here tonight. Thank you for being flexible.
Thank you,
and
Kevin.
a
Thanks
little
for-
sneak preview of a triple bueno in between with our technical difficulties.
Yeah, but you guys worked it out just like we can all work it out, right?
You
Thank
got it.
you so much for inviting us. We had a blast.
Awesome. We're so glad you
Love you
guys
guys.
were
Bye-bye.
here. All right, we're going to roll it over. We got some people we want to thank. Once again, you're watching Hermosa One SpringFest, brought to you by Sky One, and also being helped by Hermosa Music Company and Studio 637.